Hi guys, I'm back with another quick video to explain the SSC stitch, or the split single crochet stitch. And this stitch is very easy and yields a knitted like texture. That's why I like using it. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. As you can see, I've already crocheted a swatch. So the SSC stitch is very similar to your traditional single crochet. The only difference is, this is the only difference, instead of crocheting and inserting your hook through the traditional front and back loops, okay, you're going to insert your hook through the two vertical legs of the next stitch. I like to look at it as your upside down V right here. Let me just pull these up, maybe that'll help. See how those V's start to show really well? Okay, you're going to insert your hook through the two vertical legs of your stitch. Alright, so I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops remaining on my hook. Okay, let me do a couple more of those. So I'm going to insert my hook through the two vertical legs of the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both remaining loops that's on your hook, and that's it. Okay, insert your hook in the two vertical legs of your next stitch, or in between that upside down V. From this point forward, it's really traditional single crochet. Okay, again, the only difference is instead of using that front and back loop of the next stitch, you're going in between the two vertical legs. Okay. Alright, so let me show you how to work a decrease when using this technique. You would basically work the same traditional SC2 together, except you're going to again work between those two vertical legs. So you insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Okay, you go directly to the next stitch. Insert your hook through the two vertical legs, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through the three remaining loops that you had on your hook. And that's it. I'll do one more so you can see here. Okay, now I'm going directly to this next stitch, and I'm going to kind of close that out. And that's how you decrease when you're using the split single crochet technique. I want to point out a few things about this technique. Number one, this is the most important thing to remember when using the split single crochet. You have to crochet as loose as possible. You do not need to add any extra tension by pulling the yarn after you crochet. Sometimes we have a tendency to tighten that up. Absolutely do not do that, because what that does is it makes your next, like when you work across and come back to this stitch, those legs will be so tight and so small that you won't be able to insert your hook through there. See how I'm having trouble? Yeah, it's too tight. The key to success when using this stitch is to crochet as loose as possible. I mean, absolutely do not add any tension. The stitch is naturally a tight stitch, so even though this looks, kind of loose and flimsy, once you've worked across and you come back to this stitch, when you go in between these two vertical legs, it's naturally going to tighten up. And just to show you what I'm talking about, you can see, this stitch started out loose and flimsy like this one. See those two? But look how that yields a nice tight texture. So don't worry about, oh my gosh, it looks too loose or it's inconsistent. It will naturally come together. Okay? I also want to point out one more thing. When you're working this stitch, if you're working in the rounds, then your stitch pattern is going to be, oops, sorry, little technical difficulties here. Your stitch pattern is going to be, your V's or your knitted pattern is going to be straight up. Okay? Once you, or if you work this side to side, then your V's are going to be a little more sporadic, but still consistent. I hope that makes sense. Again, if you're working in the round, which I did down here at the first probably 10 rows, the stitch direction is all going to be going the same way, kind of lined up on top of each other. But once you work back and forth, then they become a little bit more, I don't know the exact word for it, but I'm just going to say sporadic and not so lined up going in one direction. Okay? So, that being said, I think that's pretty much it on this stitch. Let me just check my notes here. Yeah, it looks like that's it. Thanks for stopping by to watch another one of my famous videos. Ha ha ha. And if you're looking for some, really trendy and just great crochet designs, visit our Etsy shop and look us up under Gu'Chet, Guchet, and I'm going to include a link to our page in the comment section. All right, thanks guys. Bye.